space, no one can hear you scream. But you know where else they can't hear you scream? At home. So keep your ass at home. Save your pride. Yeah, yeah, yeah! Now, I came late to the alien party because, well, to tell you the truth, I was being growing up, I didn't see any of the Alien films. I saw maybe the ending of Aliens, the second film, on TNT once, and that was literally like the last 5 minutes.
And the countless parodies of the chest bursting scene in films.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my...
And then I didn't see ending of the Aliens franchise until I saw Aliens vs. Predator and Prometheus. And it wasn't until I saw Alien vs. Predator and Prometheus that sparked my curiosity in seeing the original films. So recently I got myself the digital version of the Aliens anthology so I could watch the films from the beginning. And oh man, I am pumped for the new films.
Now, I love sci-fi. Star Wars, Star Trek, Guardians of the Galaxy, Homeboys in Outer Space. I love them all. But this science fiction franchise has a special place in my heart. The first film, Alien, was released in 1979. I wasn't even a thought yet, let alone conceived. A cargo ship makes its way back to Earth until they are interrupted by a transmission on a nearby planet which causes them to go investigate.
Wait a minute, hold up!
I would have quit my job right there. Y'all woke me out of my sleep. We've been flying for God knows how long in space. I'm trying to get back to Earth, tired of calling seconds, smashing Han Solo and Captain Kirk's leftover in space. This is too much. So they land on the planet and find an alien with its ribcage exploded from the inside. Ripley, being the only one using her head on the ship, peeps the transmission wasn't a cry for help, but a warning to keep the fuck away. But by then, it's too late. They already stick their noses where it shouldn't be, and now this man got this creature literally ripping his face and dropping seeds down his throat. Like Ghetto Gagger's gone horribly wrong. I don't like that shit.
I don't like that shit at all.
Motherfucker ain't even take this man on a date or even give him a kiss, but it was fucking the shit out of his face. So they try to remove the aliens from his face, but it's not done yet. They try to cut it off, but whatever it is, it bleeds acid. After this creature busts its nut like Styles P busts guns, it falls off his face like a rabbit finishes its deed. And the man wakes up feeling fresh and normal, like aliens didn't just finish mouth him. And it seems like no one is questioning it until something bursts out his chest. Now everyone is starting to realize there's a problem. Now they want to panic and scream and cry, but it's too late. The aliens is growing and killing them one by one. Ripley manages to be the only one to survive, but this wouldn't be the last time she deals with this race of aliens. Fast forward 7 years later. Baby Doc flees Haiti, Pixar opens up in California, NBC shows off his Peacock, Captain Midnight jam HBO satellite stream, and Geraldo Rivera goes through Al Capone's secret vault only to find a bottle of moonshine. Would have just been cheaper if you hit the block, Rivera. But that was also the year we learned what the hell happened to Ridley after the events in Alien. Now, in Aliens, because now it's plural, 57 years has passed since the first film. That's almost 5 decades of no sex, no money, not even a friend to talk to. She literally became the first crazy cat lady in space. But I'm not the only one thought she was crazy. The people that found her in space also believed that she was crazy and didn't believe the events of the first film and tried to persuade her to return to the planet with a few space marines. At first she doesn't want to go, but because most scripts follow the hero journey, she decides she'll go along for the trip. But she's coming for blood. It's not long before shit hits the fan. The crew finds a little girl and we see why the film isn't called Too Alien. Turns out this time there's a bunch of aliens and the guy who sent them to the planet don't want to study them, but he want to use them as a weapon. The aliens are killing everybody, pushing Ridley to release her Samuel Jackson, saying, "I'm tired of aliens on this spaceship." Okay, well, she didn't say that, but, you know, she definitely did say,
Get away from her, you bitch!
And then finally, I saw the clip I saw on TNT 23 years ago. Yep, I literally only saw the last 5 minutes of Aliens back then. Now, that's not the case, as we return to the franchise in 1992. Nickelodeon opens its studio in Orlando. Los Angeles riots after the police beating Rodney King and got away with it. And you know what? I probably would have been over there too. I would have got me a TV, a VCR, an Alien and Aliens on VHS. Because the next month, Aliens 3 was in theater. And in Aliens 3, Ridley found herself on an all-male prison planet with the worst of the worst. Wait, so during the time we were seeing the worst of black folks on TV, on the news, in the papers, we also had a film where the black man was one of the worst prisoners on the planet?
I'm a murderer and rapist of women.
Stay classy, America. Side note, it's funny how the man who played the worst black man in space also had a show on Fox when this film came out, and just like the homie from Fox Empire, he is now in Aliens Covenant.
So if you want to be in an Aliens movie, make sure you have a hit black show on Fox. Side note,
I actually recorded this whole thing back in 2017, before the Jussie Smollett case, before the other Alien movies that's just about to come out. I got so wrapped up with this Captain Midnight and the hijack broadcasting of cable TV back in the day, which had me looking for this film called Peaches that aired on cable after dark back in the day. But we're going to go back into that a little bit later in another video. But I just had to bring it up to speed that this was actually recorded back in 2017. And we're going to return back to the recording from 2017, and then I'm going to just add the newest movie at the end.
So as Ridley waits for someone to pick her up from this planet, the alien is a dog this time and finds itself going through prisoner after prisoner. They try to flesh it out, but it's smarter than that. Ridley scans herself and realizes the only reason it hasn't killed her yet is because she's about to have an alien baby of her own. So she kills the alien and sacrifices herself, hoping this will put an end to the Alien movies. Psych! Fox ain't having that. So in the same year Pokemon drops, Playhouse, Disney launches, Harry Potter is introduced to the readers in London, and Microsoft buys $150 million worth of Apple stock. Whoa, wait. $150 million of Apple stock? When did Microsoft have stock in Apple? Well, apparently the same year that Alien Resurrection came out. After a summer of booty calls, American Black Princesses, Men in Black, and Good Burgers, audience were ready to find out how the hell Ripley is back to fight the good fight. Well, it turned out this time, the film takes place 200 years into the future. They had cloned Ridley and scooped the alien out like Haagen-Dazs. The scientists extracted the embryo and raised it and collected the eggs. Ripley cloned... Was it Ripley or Ridley? I keep saying it. Lord Jesus Christ. What have I been saying this whole time? Have I been saying Ripley or Ridley? It's Ridley, ain't it? They had cloned Ripley and scooped out the aliens like Haagen-Dazs. The scientists extracted the embryo, raised it, and collected its eggs, and they kept Ripley's clone alive just for further studies. And as a result of the alien DNA inside her, she has enhanced strength and reflexes, acidic blood, and a psychic link with the other aliens. It's not long until the aliens find a way to roam on its own, and they start going through crew member after crew member. Realizing this will unleash the aliens on Earth, Ripley's clone, Hellboy, Europa, and a couple mercenaries chase the aliens around and discover a laboratory which contains the most f***ed-up experience in cloning history. Well, on film. Depending on which cut you see, the ending is different, but once again, Ripley is the last human standing, and this time the alien is bowing down to her like she was Beyonce's clone. We never got to find out what happened to her clone because someone at Fox must have saw Freddy vs. Jason was like, you know, we should do something like that, and they made Aliens vs. Predator. The film was based on a comic book that was made in 1989, and they definitely geared it toward Aztec mythology and set it in the present year of 2004. Now, this was the film that introduced me to the Aliens franchise. I knew who the Predators were, but I was too afraid to see what the aliens were made of until this point. My 14-year-old self ooh and ah as I watched the beautiful Sanaa Lathan try to avoid getting killed in the crossfire of the war between Fox sci-fi franchises. Looking back now, this film really did fit with the Aliens franchise.
But it wouldn't be long before they messed everything up with Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. This film kind of proves it doesn't matter who stars in your Alien films, as long the aliens are in the film, you got a hit. This to me was the worst of the franchise. It was so cliche, I didn't care which characters lived or died. In a weird way, it felt more like the stock characters we just saw in Freddy vs. Jason. I didn't see this film until after the original anthology, and thank God, because this film was trash. That felt like a sequel to Predator 2 instead of a sequel to the Aliens franchise. But the one film I can give credit to turning me on to the Aliens franchise was Prometheus. I came into the film with no knowledge of the original films outside of Aliens vs. Predator, and this film kind of serves as a prequel to the films, and believe me when I say they came back with a bang. Not seeing the originals before this, I didn't realize it was a prequel until I saw the original film and saw they pretty much rebooted the series, redoing all the best moments of the film with some new moments. I love this film, and it really got me interested in the series. The film is set in the late 21st century and centers on the crew of the spaceship Prometheus as it follows a star map discovered among the artifacts of several ancient Earth cultures. Seeking the origins of humanity, the crew arrives on a distant world and discovers this race of aliens who don't like us humans, and the beginning of the alien race we have come to know throughout the franchise. Then, in the following film, bound for a remote planet on the far side of the galaxy, members of the colony ship Covenant discover what they think to be an uncharted paradise. While there, they meet David, the synthetic survivor of the doomed Prometheus expedition. The mysterious world soon turns dark and dangerous when a hostile alien life form forces the crew into a deadly fight for survival. Now, in the new film, space colonizers come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe while scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station. So, pretty much more of the same. Either way, I am hyped, so I will be seeing this. Thanks, guys, for watching this video. I'm sorry that it took me this long to finish it. Like I said, I've been investigating this whole Cable After Dark movie, Peaches, but for more information on that, for more videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and if you want to support the page, you can support me on Patreon, as well as going to our shop, which is Carlemile, which is just my name, but with an S at the end. And you could buy VHS culture-related merch like this t-shirt right here, which says, I'd rather be in a video store right now buying Aliens than sitting here watching Aliens on digital. I really wish I could go to a video store and just buy this on video like the good old days.